Greetings everyone and welcome back to my show. And guess what? We've got a lovely show for you today because there's a new certification in town and you know how much I love certifications. We're going to have some fun by checking it out. It is from the good folks over at HackTheBox. But before we get neck deep into that stuff, do me the immense favor of just looking below. You'll find yourself like a like, a share, a subscribe, a notification bell. Make sure all those lovely little magical things happen. That would be awesome. And of course, as I always encourage everyone, comments. We love the comments. It gets a conversation going, and we like conversation because that breeds more information, more perspective, and it's going to help us all make really great informed decisions on certifications that we might find interesting or valuable to us in our career. That said, now let's move on to our good friends at HackTheBox. That's right. They have come up with this lovely thing. I've got the computer screen up. Here it is, right here. It is the HackTheBox Certified Bug Bounty Hunter, or the HTB-CBBH. Yes, I do not make these things up, but it's fine, right? Everybody's got to have a cool acronym. But this is kind of interesting, right? I mean, we are looking at I don't know that there is another bug bounty hunter certification. Not that I'm aware of. If you are familiar with another bug bounty certification or bug bounty hunting certification, do us a favor. Drop that link in the comments below so we can all check that out and do some compare and contrast. This is my first bug bounty hunting certification that I'm aware of. I mean, I guess you could say maybe Port Swigger's Burp Suite Certified Professional, but that's really more geared toward using Burp Suite. Not that you don't have to use Burp Suite to do things that would be very useful in a bug bounty hunting situation, and has been, but I don't think it's necessarily per se meant to be, stick with me here, a bug bounty hunting certification, right? It's, I think, like I said, more about Burp Suite itself. Tomato, tomato. Or is it? Comment below. All right. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back into this thing because this is what is really interesting is that this is a bug bounty specific certification. Let's get a little bit of information about that. We see that HackTheBox Certified Bug Bounty Hunter is a highly hands-on certification. We do like it when they say hands-on, right? It means you're going to actually do stuff and not just choose A, B, C, or D or whatever. That assesses the candidate's bug bounty hunting and web application pentesting skills. Okay. HTB Certified Bug Bounty Hunter certification holders will possess technical competency, which means you know how to do things, in the bug bounty hunting and web application penetration testing domains. Ooh, this is what I think is like super important. Hi, yeah, I just totally jacked up your screen, but don't worry, I'll get you there. There you go. At the intermediate level. So this ain't for your beginners. Not that you probably couldn't start off as a beginner, but I think that what they're trying to say, if I'm getting this right, great. If anybody at HackTheBox sees this and can correct me if I'm misstepping or missaying what's going on here, but it sounds like that once you successfully pass the exam, you can say that with some modicum of confidence that you have an intermediate level competency at doing bug bounty web app pen testing. Yeah, yes, no, yay, nay, who knows, right? Yeah, if I'm wrong, hit me with a stick because I deserve it at that point. But I think that's what they're getting at here. Not that you have to be at an intermediate. I mean, I guess technically you would have to be at an intermediate level to pass the exam, but it doesn't necessarily mean you got to start working on preparing for the exam at the intermediate level. Just that when you're done. I feel like I'm going on and on. We get the picture, right? Intermediate level, boom, CBBH all day long. All right, target audience. It's probably going to shed some light on this a little bit further. Entry level bug bounty hunters. All right, junior web app pen testers and web developers. So I would say that all three of those groups of people in that target audience, you're not seeing this at all. There you go. Bam, right there. Target audience. The target audience is entry-level bug bounty hunters, right? I don't know why I became a Frenchman. Junior web app pen testers and web developers. Like I said, all three of those things do not seem, you're not IT noobs. you should, at those 3 levels, know a bit about operating systems, networking, probably some web technologies. You're going to understand some HTTP, maybe a little JavaScript, PHP, that kind of stuff. Maybe even some Django, Flask, Python. Dare I say Perl? Anyway, I kid. Actually, Perl was one of the first languages I attempted to learn. Like a moron, I knew nothing about programming at all, and I'm like, I'll learn Perl. That was a giant disaster. Let's see here. Entry-level bug bounty hunters, which means you probably know something also about security and security practices, security, mechanisms, technologies. So, and on an offensive side of things, you can most likely shift from a defensive side of things if you did something like SOC analysts or things of that nature. Or you were trying to make your websites more secure, doing secure stuff. But that's the target audience. So you got to have a little bit of wherewithal, a little bit of knowledge when it comes to the old computers. You're not just going to walk in and be like, hey there, computer, I want you to do hacky things and find me these bugs. I'm going to make all that money. No. But if you do the training, I think, is what they're saying. Take the training, grab the certification, and then you can say, hey, I've got some juice that proves I know what I'm talking about in those realms. All right, key differentiators. That's that word right there, differentiators. Find below the facts that are written differentiate HackTheBox CBBH from standard certifications. That's an interesting distinction for me, because what they're saying is they're not saying that this is to be comparing CBBH with CEH or Pentest Plus or Portswigger's certified professional kind of thing going on, or the Burp Suite certified professional. It is saying that the type of exam that we have is different than standard certification. Standard certification being fill in the blank, choose A, B, C, or D, or all that above. Maybe performance type of questions where you match the certain things together, or which one of these lines will perform the action that you're looking to do. So it's like a command string or something. You fill that. That's a standard certification. That's how certifications have historically been done, traditionally, are still done that way today, although we are starting to see more hands-on, much like what they're saying they are. So let's move into this, because this is interesting stuff. All right, continuous evaluation. That's this first little block. To be eligible to start the exam process, one must have completed all modules of the Bug Bounty Hunter job role path 100% first. So to even be eligible to take the exam, you gotta do the Bug Bounty Hunter job role path that is available from the HackTheBox Academy, I think, or maybe it's just through straight HackTheBox. I fiddle with HackTheBox. I'm not like I just don't ever have the time, honestly, to really say I'm gonna go play with HackTheBox for like a month and pwn a bunch of boxes. So I'm not 100% on where that lies, whether if it's in the Academy or if it's in HackTheBox per se. But you have to find that Bug Bounty Hunter job role path and complete it to 100% capacity first. Each module in the path comes with its own hands-on skills assessment at the end. Students must complete to prove their understanding of the presented topics. This sounds. I was aware that they had done this. That I think the HackTheBox Academy was basically the Try Hack Me's. Try Hack Me got really popular, and then all of a sudden I saw a shift in the way that what HackTheBox had to offer, and they started competing directly with Try Hack Me with their academy. At least it seems that way. If you have experience with both, by all means. I haven't done the academy with HackTheBox. I typically just log in every now and then. I've got some time on my hands. I'm like, I'll pwn a box or two or whatever. But so yeah, if you've got experience on what I need to do is get that experience, play around with the academy at HackTheBox, and then compare that with Try Hack Me. That'd be a good video. Remember that. Remember that. Put that in the head. Let's do that thing one of these days here soon. All right, let's get back into this here. Computer screen. Let's see here. If you ever wonder why I'm saying computer screen, is because I have the view that where it changes to where you can see my computer screen is labeled computer screen. So I don't know why my brain says, say it out loud so everybody sees it, you dummy. Yeah, that's me. All right, continuous evaluation. So we got to get that done. You have to prove, so that just basically kind of understanding what that means. Hands-on real-world exam environments. Kudos to you, HTB. Let's see here. Candidates will be required to perform actual bug hunting activities against multiple real-world applications. So it's not a one and done. There's going to be at least 2 or more applications that you have to hack against and find bugs. HTB certifications are not based on and do not include multiple choice questions. Just kind of going back to the idea that they don't do standard testing. This is all hands-on. Outside the box thinking on HackTheBox. Cool. HTB certified, blah, blah, blah. Candidates will be required to think outside the box and chain multiple vulnerabilities to achieve exam objectives. That does sound very similar to how the Burp Suite Certified Professional exam, they talked a lot about that exact same thing. Just FYI for anybody that's watching this, and I do get this kind of thing from time to time. If you're wondering, have I taken the Burp Suite Certified Professional exam yet? No, I haven't. I'm really a busy person, honestly. It takes a lot of time to develop courses, which is what my day job is. That's what I do for a living. Plus, I have 3 children, and they're all little, and they require a lot of attention and, upbringing. So, got that. That's another full-time job I do. So, me being able to do this kind of stuff is kind of like icing on the cake. Every now and then, they set some time away from me at work to learn and develop and grow in my professional career. Hint, hint, I'll be playing around with that PNPT from TCMSec very soon. Working on right now I'm working on a AWS cloud hacking series. So that's taking up a lot of my time. And if you don't know AWS, you're not going to be able to hack AWS. So I had some learning to do for myself, and just get off that surface level, get down in the guts of old AWS and learn a bit about it. Really cool stuff. Gonna have some fun with that. All right, so that said, kind of going back to this, chaining together exploits is a valuable skill to be able to do, because that is typically something that is real world. Yeah, like it says, like in real world engagements, creativity and in-depth knowledge will be necessary for a successful outcome. You don't say. Yeah, well, that's good though, right? Because this legitimizes this certification and makes it to where you're just not you're not going to come into this and go to some sort of like brain dump or things like that. You have to understand these things before you can be able to be successful. All right, commercial grade report requirements. You got to write reports. Again, not uncommon to these types of exams that are popping up nowadays. Successfully completing all bug bounty hunting activities is not enough to obtain the HTB-CBBH certification. Candidates will also be required to compose a commercial grade report as part of their evaluation. HTB certified bug bounty hunter candidates will have to prove they are market ready and client-centric professionals. Ooh, again, going back to the fact that they want this to be pro level, elite level. That's what I'm getting from what they're saying here. They want you to be a professional. So if you hold that certification, it holds the weight of you can say, I'm a professional at a specific level and I got the credential to prove it. Okay? We good? You get what I'm saying? I hope so. A lot of people want to run to the finish line, and I get that, but usually there's no shortcut to that. Just this is me being real. Let's get real, right? Let me get real with you real quick. The really good stuff that you learn when you want to become a professional ethical hacker, bug bounty hunter, penetration tester, red teamer, SOC analyst, GRC, whatever. The really good stuff that you learn is in that journey of learning. What the heck is that? Let me Google this. Oh, I'm down a Google rabbit hole for 4 hours. But I learned a lot of really interesting things that gave me context and nuance to the main thing I was trying to learn. And that's when light bulbs start going off. That's what separates you from just having some sort of book knowledge to something that you can practically apply and do as a job. Okay? And that's what's going to make you good at your job. So don't shy away from that stuff. I think I'm gonna do something about. I really think about. I'm rambling. When it comes to programming, I hear a lot of people always asking me, "Do I have to learn programming?" I've talked about it in podcasts. Everywhere that someone has asked me that, I've been on Gerald Auger's. I've been David Bombal, right? John Hammond. We've all talked about this stuff, and I really think that while it's not necessary, it is not only so beneficial, but the question really comes to my mind, why wouldn't you want to learn it? Right? The more you know about stuff, the better you are at these things. So why are we asking the question in a way that's like, it seems like you don't want to learn this, right? That's not the right mindset in my opinion. Just saying. It should be like, oh man, if I learn this, I'll be really good at that, and it will make me better and be able to do more and have more understanding. Well, cool. I guess I should just hunker down, put my big boy hat on and pull up my big boy pants and say, I guess this is something I got to learn. I better get to it. Right? That's one guy's opinion. Take it or leave it, I guess. I'm not trying to get off my soapbox, but learn everything you can and don't shy away from the tough things, because guess what? Most people do. So if you're the kind of person that doesn't and you learn it, well, then you know something that others don't. You can do things that others can't. And that's, my friends, makes you good. And when you're good, you're valuable. You have market value, right? They want you because of the things that you can do that others can't do. Back to this thing. Anyway. I'm getting crazy. Got me going. Huh. Calm it down, Labyrinth. Pixie dust. All right. Anyway. Hack the Box get me riled up. Seamless experience powered by Pwnbox. The entire exam and certification process can be conducted through a candidate's browser from start to finish. All bug bounty hunting activities can be performed via the provided and in-browser Pwnbox. There are no infrastructural or tool requirements. Cool. And then we get into knowledge domains. So these are the things that you're going to learn. This is a little helpful tip that I've picked up over the years. And that is when you get a list of objectives or things that you're going to learn, like what do they call these again? Let me just kind of... knowledge domains, right? These are telling you the things that you would need to know as a good bug bounty hunter. So key in on this. And if you don't want to take the exam, that's fine. At least you got a nice little roadmap of how to, like, the things you would need to know to be a good bug bounty hunter, even though you didn't take the exam. So bug bounty hunting, processes and methodologies. I will say, if you Google the term bug bounty hunting methodology, you will find some really good gold there. There's a good man out there. His name is Jason Haddix, and he has done the world a favor. I'll leave it at that. There's your homework. Go look that up. Web application, web service, static and dynamic analysis. Cool. Not for the faint of heart here. Information gathering techniques, web application, web service and API vulnerabilities, identification and analysis. Yep. Manual and automated exploitation of various vulnerability classes. And vulnerability communication and reporting. You think that is the easy part. It is not. It's just as important and difficult as the other categories they told us there. There's a little bit about the exam. Candidate will perform bug bounty hunting activities against multiple real-world applications, hosted HTTP, accessed via VPN, using the Pwnbox or their own local VM, which I prefer. doing it that way. I like VPNing in through, I got my own machines and all my own stuff. For me, it's a better experience. And thank you, HackTheBox, for making that the case that I can do it that way. I like that. Upon starting the examination process, a letter of engagement will be provided that will clearly state all the engagement details, requirements, objectives, and scopes. I'm sure there's a lot of you that have taken plenty of certification exams, maybe even some hands-on exams such as this. This is not uncommon, but is a very important piece to being successful in the exam itself. Understanding that letter with all the clearly stated engagement details, requirements, objectives, and scope. Very important pieces, so make sure you read that documentation very well once you go in and sit that exam. Again, by the way, this only came out like a week or two ago, so no, I have not taken this yet. And don't know if I will get to it even this year, right? It's just cool. I want you guys to know about it. I want to know about it. I want to be that source of information where you can go to and, get the information you're looking for about the various certifications that are available, and, spend your money on the thing that's going to give you the most bang for your buck, right? Says all a candidate needs to perform the required bug bounty hunting activities is a stable internet connection, VPN software, and there you go. So if you have a good stable internet connection and VPN software, should be able to rock this thing out pretty hard. Let's see here. HackTheBox Certified Bug Bounty Hunter Certification is the most practical certification for bug bounty hunters that focus on both bug hunting and professional communication finding. Again, I'm not familiar with any other bug bounty hunting certifications, so please, if you out there know of those, send them my way, put them in the comments down there. I want to check those out so I can do compare and contrast and see, does HackTheBox have the best game in town, or are they the only game in town? And if there is competition, what's that look like? Again, trying to give you good folks out there the info so that when you take your hard-earned money and you lay it down on the barrelhead for a certification, you're getting what you need to be successful in the career path that you've chosen. All right, let's see here. Get certified. What's all this? For those who want to enter the bug bounty hunting world with little to no prior experience, covering entry to intermediate level. Okay, so that goes back to what we were talking about before. You could start at entry level, you will work your way into intermediate, and you have the skills necessary to pass the exam. And that's for application security assessments and bug bounty concepts. And boom, there's what your cert will look like. Kind of cool, nice graphics. All right, now the only other question is, how do we actually get into this? Now, if we come back up to the top here, there's like some different options we can choose. Let's take a look at these prerequisites. I think we know a bit of these, but let's see here. The following list of prerequisites for a successful outcome: interpreting a letter of engagement, having intermediate knowledge around web app, web service, and API pen testing, knowledge around web app, web service, and API underpinnings, conducting web app, web service static and dynamic analysis. So again, kind of those knowledge domains that we looked at before. Professionally communicating, conducting manual and automated exploitation of various vulnerability classes. So if you're not good with that, HackTheBox might help you out with that, because they have plenty of boxes for you to pwn and learn on. So very cool stuff. Get certified. For those who want to enter the bug bounty hunting world, let them know, blah, blah, blah. Looking very similar. Okay, so not a whole lot of extra information there. Certification steps. Here are the steps we need to do. Complete the bug bounty hunter job role path 100%. We saw that. Get an exam voucher. Well, that will help you take the exam. An exam voucher, star. Why do we have a star there? Each Academy for Business seat comes with an exam voucher. So if you have an Academy for Business subscription, you get an exam voucher. Cool. So if you get this through your work, maybe there's an exam voucher waiting for you. You just got to ask about it. But it is required for a candidate to start the examination process. Makes sense. Please note that HTB's Academy Silver Annual subscription, not monthly, Silver Annual, includes a free exam voucher. There you go. So if you're Silver Annual, I would assume also Gold Annual, and so on and so forth. you'll get an exam voucher included. It says free. It's included in the price of your subscription. If you are not enrolled in HTB Academy Silver Annual Subscription, you can purchase an exam voucher separately from the Academy's billing page. As already mentioned, you should complete the Bug Bounty. They really harp on that Bug Bounty Hunter. Maybe they're getting like a lot of people going, I'm trying to sign up and it just won't let me. Did you complete the Academy? Well, now I'm losing it. What was the name of that? The job path 100%? What is the name of that path? There it is. Bug Bounty Hunter job role. I just don't know the terminology yet. Did you complete that 100%? Well, I'm like, 75, 90%, somewhere in there. Well, then you're not ready, right? As already mentioned, you should complete that job role. So get that done. And then, hello. Each exam voucher includes 2 exam attempts. Oh, man. You got me at hello. Yay, yay, yay. This is exactly what I want to see. And so I've been saying this for a couple of years now. And I think other people have started to catch on with that as well. And everybody's starting to come to the same conclusion that if you want people to be successful, let them fail their way forward. Make exam vouchers A, affordable, and B, give them multiple chances with one lick, right? So if I put my money down on the barrelhead to get an exam voucher, make that good for 2 attempts. Because I could just not understand the process of taking the exam well enough. I might have the information up here to do the performed steps, but not to do it in the exam environment. So giving me the ability to not fear failing a first time is such a welcome change in the industry. I'm so glad to see that. And now the pressure of, well, I'm going to worry about whether or not I actually pass the first time. What I want to do is get in there. I think I'm ready. I want to take the exam and learn what it's like to take the exam. If I pass, great. Maybe it's not so crazy, but it takes that pressure off of me. And all I got to do is focus on passing the exam. I hate certification or any test that is testing you on how well you take a test and then going, oh, you failed because we put a bunch of weird trickery and stumbling blocks. Oh no, well, I guess you're going to have to throw more money on the table and take it again. Well, that's not cool. Well, it's not cool at all. It's so upsetting. Getting a little thirsty. Take a drink. I mean, I have been speaking for almost 30 minutes straight. So let's see here. That's why I love seeing 2 exam vouchers for the price of 1. Give me that chance to get in there, maybe not be so hot at understanding what the exam is going to be like, and not let that keep me from success. So HackTheBox, kudos to you, good folks over there, and we thank you for that. That's all we're going to say. You out there that's watching, continue to demand that from your certification vendors. Expect it. If you're not getting it, vote with your wallet and go somewhere that does, right? Every now and then you run into the thing where that's just the only game in town, and what are you going to do? But you can let them know how they can improve. Hey, it'd be great if you increase the price of the exam voucher by $50 or whatever, and just give me 2. Or not increase it at all. Just give me 2. That would be nice. Yeah, just saying. All right, let's get back to this. Exam vouchers do expire after 1 year from the day of purchase, so keep that in mind. Each Academy for Business seat comes with an exam. Yeah, we saw that. And then enter the exam once you've completed the job role path of Bug Bounty Hunter. You have also obtained an exam voucher. You can start the examination process by clicking exams on the left-hand side of the Academy's main page, and then exam information, and finally enter exam. The lab and report submission deadlines will always be visible on the exam lab page. Reminder emails will be sent to ensure you deliver everything on time and that your voucher does not expire. So that's all good. Then you hunt for bugs. Once you click the enter exam button, accept the terms and conditions. A letter of engagement will be provided that will clearly state all the engagement details, requirements, objectives, as well as the scope. A report template will also be provided to you. Well, that's nice, having a report template. You just kind of fill it out. You can now commence bug bounty hunting activities against the targets mentioned in the letter of engagement. A good strategy is to keep detailed notes Start drafting your report right away, filling in as you go. Kind of feel like that's redundant information, but hey, maybe it's your first rodeo. You're taking notes from the second you start any of these type of exams, because guess what? When you're in actual engagements in real life, either if you're doing bug bounty hunting or pen testing, you are taking notes from the start of said engagement, because you will forget something or you will lose. Where'd that screen go? What was that? What was that URL? Where was that at? Where's that? Ah, man, I don't remember. Now you got to do it all over again. It's a big waste of time. So start doing that out of the gate. Get really good. You should basically treat any of the practice things you do in the academy or just in HackTheBox in general as if it were an actual pen test, because that gets you in good practice for filling out reports and taking screenshots as you go, taking notes as you go, and you develop a really good workflow. So by the time you hit that certification exam booth or the seat, or you're doing it from home with this one, you've got that stuff down cold, and it's just another day at the office. You hammer it out, you get it done. All right, to ensure you have fully exploited the included vulnerabilities, you'll also be asked to submit several flags on the exams lab page. That's great. That lets you know that you're on the right track and that you've done everything you need to do to pass the exam. They don't leave you in the dark going, I guess I'm done. I don't know if I did all the things, but I'm gonna hit the submit button anyway. And oh no, that's what we want to avoid. And yeah, the exam lab will be accessible for 7 days without restrictions. So it's a 7-day exam. Kind of cool. I like those. Real world, right? Everybody's trying to do real world stuff, and I applaud that, as I think you should as well. Each candidate will be provided with a dedicated instance. Thank you so much. Nothing worse than getting a well, it happens in the labs or whatever, and someone resets a machine. You're like, where's all my work? Oh no, you gotta start over. But if you've been taking detailed notes, that should be a quick fix, getting you back to where you were. This means you can perform your bug bounty hunting activities without interruptions caused by others and reset the lab at any time, because that does happen. To obtain the certification, a certain amount of points must be gathered alongside the commercial grade report. You then upload your report. Based on the report template, it must be you must professionally document the identified bugs and remediation advice, because that's how it works nowadays. It's not just can you hack it, but can you tell me how to fix what you hacked so that we can fix what you hacked, because I don't know if you know this is all about making environments more secure and not just flexing on how awesome you are with your rad hacking skills. Just saying. You'll have 7 days to upload your report and exam lab page from the time you enter the exam. Right? So you don't necessarily need to take up the entire 7 days. You could take up 4 days and then submit your thing, but you have until the end of the 7th day to upload the report. Please note that if you don't upload the report within the deadline, your exam voucher will expire and you won't be provided with a second exam attempt. Ooh, how about them apples? So no just going through it and not delivering that report. You better put that report in there. All right, then you obtain your results, which is, did you pass or did you fail? Let's see here. Should the report meet the specific requirements, you'll be awarded with the CBBH certification. The results will be presented to you within 20 business days, usually way sooner. How long is way sooner? I'm kidding with you, right? That's cool, and that's usually right. It's unlikely you'll have a bunch of people taking the exam at the exact same time as you, and then they'll have like an overabundance of exams to grade. So you should probably receive that, but they like to hedge their bets and make sure you understand it. It could take up to 20 business days. If you fail, we'll all cry together. We'll meet you in the weeping closet, and we'll have a good sob and feel bad about ourselves, and our imposter syndrome will go through the roof. No, it won't happen, right? An HTB Academy instructor will identify areas where you are lacking and provide constructive feedback for improvement. Ooh, that's money right there. The fact that you are getting, basically mentoring from a HackTheBox Academy instructor that says, hey, here's where you struggled. let me give you some feedback on where you can go to help improve, and go get that improvement done, and then come back. That right there, that's a big deal in my book, right? To get that fact that, okay, I wasn't successful. Well, you probably have a good idea of where you probably struggled at. And they're going to be able to tell you that as well, at least, and not at least, but because they see those end results, they know what was supposed to happen, how it was supposed to work out, and what you didn't do. And therefore, they can say, hey, it looks like you weren't great with SSRF. And there was, maybe you should focus more on SSRF. Or, your report wasn't as good as it could be. You should work on polishing that. Could have used a little more notes. Maybe your remediations weren't phenomenal. And you need to work on that. Spin it back up to the hopper and try again, right? So that's really great stuff. Let's see here. What else do we have? The instructor's feedback will be available on the exam main page in exam history. You will have a second chance in the form of free retake to use the obtained feedback, perform bug hunting, and upload a new report again within 7 days from the time you start the retake. The retake lasts 7 days, and the exam lab will be accessible again for the duration. So you get another week to lick your wounds, figure out what you weren't strong on, take the advice of the instructor, try to jam as much learning as you can in those 7 days, and then resit your 7-day exam again. And then hopefully this time you're going to be successful. Please note that by the time you receive the instructor's feedback regarding your first attempt, you'll have 14 days to start your retake. That's weird. That seems right. You will have a second chance in the form of a free retake to use it. It seems like there was a conflict. I thought it was saying you have 7 days to take your exam again. But it says you will have a second chance in the form of a free retake to use the obtained feedback, perform bug hunting, and upload a new report again within 7 days from the time you start the retake. So this is what's weird. Then the retake lasts 7 days. So it was just that was weird wording in my mind. So it's basically the same as the first. The retake is just like the original, except you have 14 days to start your retake. So you got 2 weeks to figure out where you went wrong, strengthen up, power up, level up, do whatever up you need to do to go back in here and be successful. And then if you fail to do so, your exam voucher will expire. So make sure that you get that sucker running within that 14-day period to start your retake. Once you've passed the exam, you can claim your digital certificate to download it. And there we go. I think that's basically all that. Whew. Lots of stuff. Where to start? Click on this. Enroll in the Bug Hunter job role path. Get an exam voucher, right? So, and then you take your exam. So how do we get that exam voucher? That's a great question. It says it's under the billing page. So if you have a silver account, annual silver account, you're good to go. You should already have one. If you don't have that, you can always upgrade to that. One way to go. Or you can just purchase the exam voucher. So I created like I said, I haven't played around with the Academy much, so I created a login. And here are their prices in the billing page. And that's at academy.hackthebox.com/billing. And then here you can see there's the annual silver, which is $490 a year, which I will tell you is very reasonable for all you are getting with that, especially that it includes an exam voucher. 2 exam vouchers, right? Or an exam voucher and a retake voucher. I guess that maybe they're kind of labeling it that way. But there you go. Let's, and you just hit the subscribe button. Yes, go away. I don't need you. Let's see here. Let's scroll down because let's see how much. There it is, exam vouchers. So if you just want the voucher itself, then 210 bones. That's American. The mileage may vary if you're in a different part of the world. But US dollars, 210, which is including the VAT, the value added tax. That means that is the price you pay, 210. And there it is. You hit buy voucher, fill it out, give them your deets, and you're ready to take your exam. All right, I think that's enough talking about this thing. Very interesting. I'm going to leave us with one thought. I'll take a little sip here. So I have enough juice in the old pipes here to get through my thought is, the only thing I thought this was actually really exciting, right? I think really cool. Like HackTheBox a lot. They're known for being one of the more strenuous and tough. They're not big fans of hand holding. They just kind of, but not in a bad way, right? Not good luck. There's the forums and things of that nature, but their boxes have always been usually really good learning experiences. So I like HackTheBox. Always been a fan of them. But then the idea of a bug bounty hunting certification pops up in my face here, and I go to myself, well, bug hunting never required certification before. You learn things and you go hunt for bugs on public bug hunting programs, bug bounty programs. You just say, hey, looks like Verizon has a huge program. Google has a huge program. I can just look and see what's in scope and start looking for bugs. There was no price to entry. And now we have a certification specifically for bug hunting. Now, it does say it's also included in web application pen testing, so I definitely find value in that there. If you're looking for work as a penetration tester, that specialty is in web app pen testing. This seems very on point for that. Couple that with something like the Burp Suite Certified Professional, man, it's a 1-2 punch, bam, bam, right? You're good to go. But as just a bug hunter, I would love to hear from those of you out there that actively do bug hunting for either extra work or as their primary means of income. Do you find value in something like this? I would say the price of this, $210 for the people I know, for most people, that is really doable. That's much less expensive than a lot of other certifications that are out there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. That is not an unreasonable price to ask. It's less than Pentest Plus, way less than CEH. Like, that thing is insanely expensive. You start talking sans money, forget it, right? Tons of money there. So $210, all of a sudden, you put that in perspective and the fact that you get 2 exams, like you get a retake. I mean, that's not bad. But is this a necessity? Like, do you out there that are actively doing this or work in that business find this to be a good thing? Like, or is it like, well, it's not really necessary. You can do it if you like. Maybe if you want to add another badge to your LinkedIn profile or whatever, that's fine. But if you want to do bug bounty hunting, you don't need this, right? I don't know. I mean, historically, the answer is objectively no, right? You haven't needed a certification to be on any bug bounty programs. You just prove your skills and do it. If you go like HackTheBox, the more like that you earn as far as reputation score goes, the more private bounties you'll be invited into. So if you want to get into private bounties, but that all came from actual work. Bugs you found and disclosed and reported and were paid out or got kudos for or whatever. Whereas this is a certification. Am I going to be able to apply that to my HackerOne profile or my Bug Crowd or whatever? Right? I don't know. Does that mean anything in their world? And if it doesn't now, will it in the future? What do we think the future of this is? It's a really interesting idea. And again, I like the idea of it, but will there be any backlash from the community saying, we don't need a certification? I like to hear. I like to understand. So if you are in that, you know where the comment section is. Let me hear your thoughts. And even if you're not in that sphere, comment anyway. What do you think? I'm interested in hearing, keeping my finger on the old pulse of the community and seeing where things are going. So we can help spread that information between us all and be a kind of a communal force in working with organizations that are creating things like certifications and organizations that have jobs that are going to have us that we'd be vying for. Is this going to carry any weight with that? I don't know. Maybe it's, like I said, it'll be an interesting first year. I can't wait to see this in 2023 and how it's been received and whatnot, and what kind of leverage it holds in the community. All right, there you go, everyone. New certification, as always, we like to get through it. We like to figure out what the ins and outs are, what it's going to offer for you, how to get into it, what you can expect in the exam. Hopefully we covered all those things today. I'm sure I've missed a lot of things, but I'm looking at, we're at 45 minutes right now, literally. So there you go. Well, I mean, that won't be the YouTube. I got some trimming to do, but other than that, it's basically play it through. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us. I'll have more for you coming up soon, hopefully. Until next time, have a great day.